It's true you need hard to stop the acting. The kids outside, they won't stop laughing, but they don't know what you've been through to get here. It's your home, you shouldn't feel the fear. It can be over if you embrace the past. So rip the walls down and taste your heart. So I'll take your steps outside the door. I can show you a world which you were made for. So I'll take your steps outside the door. I can show you the world that you were made for. It's made for you. conquer your doubts would be achieving. To live an unknown life would show you new meaning. 'Cause they don't know what path you took. They only see the silhouette of a man from a closed book. It can be over if you embrace the past. So rip the wall down and taste your heart. So take your steps outside the door. I can show you a world which you were made for. So I'll take your steps outside the door. I can show you the world that you were made for. It's made for you.
Can you hear me?
Hi friends! Welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be back. I've been making everyone absolutely crazy, waiting to come back. As you can see, we are in our brand new studio. Things are a little weird, and we'll explain all of that here in just a minute. Lucas is here.
Hello.
He's with us. He's not going to be able to stay with us the whole time. He's got another engagement he's got to get to, but he will be with us at least for a little bit. As you can see, shenanigans have already began, and of course, you know, that's not the channel without a little bit of shenanigans, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen there or how that's going to work out. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, I wanted to welcome every single one of you back to the channel. I've missed you guys so much. I hope that you've been following along on our Facebook and our Instagram. I've been trying to keep you guys up to date on what's been going on. We have brand new flooring. We have brand new painted walls. We're in a different room. I have a completely different setup, at least for right now.
Dawn has pointed out, whoa, no color on the wall. Not
Well,
these ones.
Not these ones, Dawn. And the reality is that this will not be my final setup. My final setup is actually going to be, I'm going to be facing this way, and the camera's going to be facing back this way. So that wall is actually what's painted right now. So you guys can't see it. It's behind the camera. But I promise you the green walls are coming back. They are still here. It's just one wall. It's not the whole room, so then that way it's not messing with the lighting. But there is color on the wall. I promise you. It will be back very soon. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. When we get things switched around. But yes, as you said, the walls are very empty right now. There's a little bit of an echo in the room because things are so quiet. I tried to fill it with as much stuff as I could to get rid of the echo, but I promise you it will start to fill up pretty quickly. All of my fabric is tucked away safely right now. It's been chaos, but it's been exciting chaos, and I'm just excited to be back. So we were kind of in a last-ditch effort to get on camera today, so things are a little bit different. So, but thank you so much. She says she's glad I'm back. Thank you. I too am really glad to be back. We're going to be working on our cottoncuts PMQ today, our Tree of Life. I figured what better way to come back after a 3-week hiatus than for it to be the After Dark edition where we can have some fun and get to be excited. So we are going to do our live streams again for Sunday morning. So tomorrow, Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m., we'll be back in business doing our live streams again. So that's really exciting. I'm going to need more lighting. I think I can see shadows behind me. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to need more lights. So we'll have to figure all that out too. So that's all going to come with time. As you can hear my mom. Still can't see him. I'm not sure. I don't know how to deactivate that. There's usually a magic word of some kind.
We have to say the key word for the day.
It might be the key word for the day. I'm not sure. But they're behind the camera there, or whatever that is there that they've got in front of the camera, waiting for something. I'm not sure. But they are back there. And the music, can you hear the music? It is like shouting at me right now. So I'm going to turn that off real quick. Hang on. Oh, there they are. Oh. Oh, I love it. Thanks so much for that. That was funny. What are we doing? A luau? Is that what this is? This is a luau?
I guess.
We're all getting laid tonight, huh?
It was 5 minutes in.
Oh, Lord, that's funny. That is so funny.
In my defense, I was
left unsupervised. That's funny. That's funny. And see, and I wore the Friends shirt because you two showed up earlier today, completely unplanned. They both showed up to watch a movie with me with the Friends shirt on. So I'm like, well, then I gotta go home and change clothes so I don't look like the silly ones. No, of course I look like the silly one again anyway. Go figure.
Guess you said a couple of times.
Oh, did I already? Oh my gosh, I already said it a couple of times. Well, we're using the same keyword that we used last time, and that is Friends. It's actually way over there. So there you go, Friends. All right. So as I mentioned before, we're going to be working on Clue 6 today of our Cottoncuts Tree of Life PMQ. It's going to be a super simple and easy one. It's just 2 little blocks. I know it's way far away for you guys. Let me flip over and turn the Zoom camera on so you guys can see that a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Ma! Language! We are monetized now, so we do have to be careful. Too funny, too funny. But for those of you who are just joining us...
There we go.
There we go. Just a reminder, just before we went on our 3-week hiatus, we did actually achieve enough viewing hours and enough subscriptions to be able to turn on the super chats and the super thanks and the super stickers. So if that's something that you're interested in, all those donations go back towards the channel. If you look down below the video that you're watching, whatever platform you're watching it on, if you look just below the video, there's a button there that looks like a heart. Sometimes it looks like a heart with a $sign. Sometimes it's a little rectangular with a $sign. That will allow you to make donations to the channel however you see fit. If you choose to, it's completely free. There is no requirement for that. The channel will always say 100% free. But those things go towards new projects on the channel, upgrades and equipment, things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, please consider doing it. Definitely not a requirement, and that's probably the only time I will mention the rest of the day.
Yes. I know. I can go all the way back
He is not cramped
here.
anymore. No, he is not cramped anymore. No, he has like all the space.
I feel like I have too much room now.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, our previous studio was a 9x9 room that had a lofted bunk bed in it. So we were we were kind of limited in our space as it was. We could work underneath the bed, but it was lofted, so we kind of like it was like right there. So we'd like bump our heads, and that's usually where Lucas would sit. Was like right up against that bed, just off camera. Now we are actually in a 10x12 room. As we sit here listening to my mother yell at her dog. Now we are in a 10x12 room, so obviously it is larger in more ways than one. But we're going to find plenty of ways to fill it. So that's really exciting. For those of you who have never been to an After Dark edition before, as I mentioned it before, just to my left is, of course, the special guest that we have on our After Dark edition, my mom, Mama Joyce, who's sitting behind the machine there. And her bestie, her BFF, Sherlock Cheryl, who's also there with us as well. So thank you both, ladies, for joining me again. She's never going to live that down because that one was funny. And that's her new name now, is Sherlock Cheryl. So thank you very much for that. Hi, Katie. Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much. Oh, Lucas, thank you for that. You did not need to do that for me, but thank you. Lucas gave us a super chat, so thanks very much. That should show up on the screen here any second.
I wasn't going to do a banana again.
Oh, thank you. I always like to give a very special shout out to the very first person in chat, and that was Brat46. So thank you so much, Brat46, for being here. You're such a loyal member of the channel. I am so grateful that you're here. And she says she was going through withdrawals. Honey, I was too. I was going through major withdrawals. So thank you very, very much for that. Linda, she says, hello. So glad she's back. Thank you, Linda, so much. Welcome to the channel. Dawn, I think I said hello to you already, but hello again. Thanks so much for being here today. If I have missed you, please let me know. Please say hello in chat. I'm looking forward to it. What are you two doing over there? It's like herd and circus. It's like, what is happening over here? That's okay. Oh my gosh. You guys are so silly. We did. Yeah, we have a lot of adventures. So on top of the construction here that we were doing at home, we were ripping out the flooring in 3 bedrooms and the hallway. We were repainting all of the bedrooms, which that green took quite a bit of paint to recover, let me tell you. We were doing that. We did a bunch of furniture changes out in a bunch of the rooms. And on top of that, me, Mom, and Cheryl all went and saw Elvis. We went to an Elvis festival in Collinsville, Illinois. It was a 3-day event. 3 days, 6 shows. It is awesome. It was just so much fun. We had such a great time. I tried to post a couple of pictures on our Instagram and our Facebook of where we were at and what we were doing. Team Aloha has no sound. That's what it's saying. Alright, hang on.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, but they can't. So give me just a second here. Thanks for that, Dawn. It looks like it wasn't picking it up. I love that. Yeah, there's no sound for them. Give me just a second here, guys. I apologize. It does appear that there's no audio for them, so I am trying to figure it out. No, Mom, it's not on your. I can hear you fine. It's on my Streamlabs end. Streamlabs is not picking up the sound for some reason. So give me just a second here, guys. I apologize. I am so glad you said something, because I'm not sure why it's not working, because it should be. Of course, this is fitting, right? Because it's the first time back, and of course, there's no sound. Hi, Katie. It's so good to see you.
Yeah. Could you imagine that? Dawn.
That would be pretty funny, actually. It's not picking up anything at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something here for just a second, guys. I gotta be a little technical here for a minute. So we're gonna have to. I gotta remove it. So you guys can hear me, you just can't hear them for a minute, and I do apologize for that. We're working on that, so give me just a second here. I'm going to have to re-add this. And, of course, you know, with everything going on, there's always something, right? Screen capture. Media. Video. I don't want that. I want audio. There's a way to do it. Just gotta find it. Toggle selective recording. Dual output to stream horizontal and vertical platforms simultaneously. Where's my audio? Sorry, guys. Here, audio output capture. There we go. New source.
How did you get up to G? Oh, are these the same? Those
Yes,
look
those
the
are
same.
That's not what I wanted, but they can hear you.
They can?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hurry? No, you're not hurry. There it is, sound. Dawn says there it is, sound. Okay, normally I'm capturing it directly from the screen, but for some reason now it's actually on my desktop audio right now, so it's working.
One, because I don't have the TV on.
So, awesome. Thank you for that. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what
We might
happened there.
be
I'll have to
having
fix it later.
Oh, I wonder why. Exiting Stoke.
Okay.
All right, Katie, hello. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. We had some technical
Yes, you too.
issues there for a second. Stephanie, hi. Oh my gosh, ladies and
Why
gentlemen,
him?
there is a
We're trying
celebrity in the
keep
house.
her-
Stephanie, hi. How
No,
are you?
like-
I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome back. The channel has been on a 3-week hiatus as we were doing some construction here at home, and I've moved to a different studio room. Obviously, you guys can see behind me, there are white walls. I promise you there is color in this room. It's just a bad camera angle. We will get there, so hopefully things will get moving here soon. Anyway, we are working on Clue 6 today. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to do. There are only 2 blocks to put together. It's just these 2 blocks, but there are a lot of pieces to those 2 blocks, so it's still going to take us a little bit of time.
Because we got to cut a big piece of fabric into itty bitty teeny tiny pieces so we can sew it back together.
Well, that's the beauty of cotton cuts, though, Mom, is the pieces are already cut up for us, so we don't have to cut anything in, and that's the fantastic part about it. Stephanie wants to know how I am doing. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Am I getting settled in my new room? Yes. I am literally just in here today. I set up everything last week, but I hadn't even put the machine in the cabinet yet.
There we are.
Set up everything last week. Mom, mute your
I
TV.
I'm getting there. I forgot to turn it on, so I couldn't understand why I could barely see you across the room on my little bitty iPad. And I'm going, I don't remember it being this
We are
beautiful.
all like out of
Out of
what's the
sync.
word looking for me?
We're out of sync here.
We're out of sync. We're
Never give us 3 weeks off again.
No, I'm gonna try really hard not to. No. So
So, Did you share with your friends the 2 really cool quilting stores we found down in Collinsville?
I did post them on Facebook and on our Instagram. The one is really, really cool. It's called Oh So Personal, which I really loved that because it was like a play on words, which is kind of like what this channel's all about. That one is a really cool. That one's actually got a couple of locations. Oh, Brat46, thank you so much for that. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate that. She gave us a super chat for $5. That's so kind. Thank you.
Danny, is that the one that I got my stuff at?
6:45. So
Yes. The Oh So Personal one is the one where you purchased your pieces at. So Mom actually bought a new quilt kit, so we're really excited that. Hi Sylvia, welcome back to the channel. So great to see you. Mom bought a new quilt kit. She's really excited for it. It's actually going to be a project that we're going to be working on the channel. So she's going to be popping in and working on that with us in the next probably month or so. I've got to work on some timing for that. So yeah, see, there it is. There's supposed to be sound that goes with it, but for some reason it's not playing the sound. Whatever, it's fine. So she's going to be working on that. Cheryl bought a panel. Just a panel. Nothing else, just a panel because it glows in the dark and it's really cool. It's a Halloween thing, so I'm going to try and see if I can get her to when she puts that up for Halloween, we'll see if we can get some pictures of it. It's like ghosts, isn't it, Cheryl?
Yes, I'm so excited. I have to find the right frame, and I'll have it stretched and put on the frame, and frame it. It's huge. It's a big panel. God bless you.
Thank you.
She just rained down all over the place.
So that was really
Down
cool.
on you?
We went to Oh So Personal, which was a really cute It was a really cute quilt store. They have 2 locations. They do live streams on Facebook, so if you guys are interested, make sure you search for them. They do live streams on Facebook where they sell fabric
Danny
just like the
sent you.
Soya. Huh?
And tell them Danny sent you.
And tell them Dani sent you, yeah, because I did make quite a few friends there. So, and then we also went to Jackson. Wasn't it Jackson Quilting? Wasn't that the name of it?
Jackman's. Like Hugh Jackman?
Jack.
Oh,
Jackman.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucas has got to take off,
Bye.
friends. We told he's like he said he's only going to be able to stay with us for a little while just to hang out for a few minutes, but he's got to get
You
going.
guys be good.
There's no fun in
Well, there's no fun in that.
that.
Before I go, friends, be good.
Friends.
Friends, there you go.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Friends.
I just juggled.
Oh, I chickled.
Thank you very much for that. I think the other one was called Jackson Quilts. Oh, you
No!
Jackman.
Jackman.
Jackman. Sorry, Jackman Quilts.
Like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that place was huge. It was huge. It was this huge warehouse store, massive store. They were basically empty when we got there. There weren't a whole lot of people in there. But they're Juki and brother / baby lock dealers. So I was really, really super excited about that. I got to eye some new machines and get some ideas for stuff. But they had a bunch of really great fabrics at really great prices. So if you guys are in that Collinsville area, make sure you check those 2 out. They were fantastic. I made some friends there too. So a couple of new subscribers. So if they're joining us, hello, welcome. Oh my gosh. Nancy, hi Nancy. So great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Dawn,
I'm so glad to see everybody today. We've got
It
lots
is.
of
It's so
people.
fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Dawn has a keen eye. She says, "Is that a real sand iron on the ironing board?" Yes, ma'am, it is. It is. That was one of my steals that Cheryl and I got when we visited when we had our trip down to Peoria. Sorry for the dog barking in the background.
Yes,
it
we went to that fantastic, for lack of a better word, resale store.
Yeah. Yeah, estate sale store type of thing, and that's where we found that beautiful iron. And I could get up and walk over there and show it to you. It weighs a ton. It's a cast iron, for lack of a better word, but it's just absolutely beautiful. I picked that up, and the little stand that it goes on, and I thought that was perfect. And you guys remember Sis? She's made her appearance again. Here she is. She is my new display table. She'll usually sit over here when I'm not out on my live streams. So that's Sis.
That was
Remember
my
her?
grandma.
Yes. And she was recently refurbished. She's beautiful.
Yes, she was.
And I'm so excited to be able to
Beautiful job.
have room to show her off.
The guy she works with did it.
Nice.
I'm going to bring up Grandma's sewing machine and put it. Dani.
Yes.
I'm going to get Grandma's sewing machine from the basement. I'm going to put it here behind me.
That would
And
be really
use
cool.
use that as my table rather than this plastic 3-drawer dresser I got.
Fair enough. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Dawn says, I think all houses should have a doorstop like that. It's what I use for mine. Oh, I would stub my toe.
Door stuff like what?
The iron.
The iron.
Oh, the iron. Oh,
Dawn wants
I
to know what the
just want
weather
it for
is like
showing.
here today. Dawn, the weather is much better than it was. I think you're probably referring to the video that I posted on Facebook a few days ago. We had tornadoes. We had tornadoes a few days ago. Sherlock Cheryl, she lives about 20 miles from us.
Hour drive.
She had multiple tornadoes by her. I think we only had one confirmed, right, Mom?
No, we had two, Dee.
Two
There were
confirmed.
two. There was one down on 71 and 34. And then there was one at Wolves Crossing and Douglas.
Yeah, and so both of those are way too close for comfort. As the video shows, the 6 of us were here in the house, and so we were all in the bathroom hanging out. It got a little warm in here, but that's all right. But we are all better now. The weather has calmed down. We actually haven't had any more rain. The temperatures have come down considerably. It was an absolutely gorgeous day today. It was in the low 80s, high 70s, low 80s. It's been absolutely beautiful. So thanks so much. Oh, Nancy says, Dani, you and your new sewing room, congratulations. Well, thank you very much for that, Nancy. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit. It's going to be a topic of conversation for the next few weeks. This is all kind of a temporary setup until I figure out what's really going on. So I'm way far back here, the camera. I promise I will get closer. We'll get things kind of dialed in, but right now this is, at least we're on camera right now. So the final touches were literally added today. Yeah, I put the curtains up on the walls today. So things are still kind of moving a little bit, but we redid all of the bedrooms in our house all at one time. So it was a big undertaking, but we're really excited about it. My daughter Tony, you guys remember her, Lucas's girlfriend Tony. She was in this room initially. This was her bedroom, and we've moved her to the smaller room because she's really not here that much. She's away at school most of the time anyway. So we've moved her to the smaller room that we were in before, and we moved into this room. And then of course my master bedroom is just this room, this wall here next door. So that's really exciting. We have got to get on this Clue 6, guys. We are like already an hour into this live stream, and we haven't even started on Clue 6 yet. So we need to get going here. So welcome everyone that's here. I know I saw quite a few people pop in. Our numbers can climb there for a minute. So welcome to everybody that's here. Thanks so much.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Yes, welcome. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you say hello in chat because I would love to officially welcome you to the channel, officially introduce myself, things like that. So make sure you say something.
Is it shooting up? No, I can't wear things in my head.
These two, I swear. They're just, I don't know what to do with them sometimes. I just don't know what to do with them sometimes.
It's like it's squirting off.
No, it's not squirting off.
I don't even know what they're talking about right now. All right, let's get down to Clue 6, ladies and gentlemen. Clue 6. Let's get on to it. I'm so distracted today. We need to
Number
focus.
6, and we are in month 7.
We are in, yes, for sure. All right, so the very first. What?
I had to
Straighten out our pearls.
Oh, your pearls. Okay.
See, we got pearls.
All right, so the first thing that I always like to do before I start one of these Cotton Cuts projects. Oh, by the way, if you guys have signed up for Wild Wild West, make sure the first clue will be shipped on July 26th. Lucas and I are going to be doing Wild Wild West together. We're going to be doing that one during the week. We're going to have a live stream during the week, so keep an eye on for that. So that's going to be really exciting. But this one is Tree of Life. We're doing this one with Mom and Cheryl. Lots of fun there.
What did I do?
Say what?
I don't know. I give up.
I love you.
I'm trying to rein it in, and I'm just going to give up.
We're talking about Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
Grab
Okay.
my thing.
Hi, Lorraine. Welcome back to the channel. It
birthday.
is so great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us
I
today.
just want to sit my chair back and see if she's
Hi, Denise. Welcome back. It is so great to see you as well. Thanks so much for being here. All right. Clue 6, people. We are going to move on to Clue 6. We're going to do this. What now what? What is she doing now?
Showing off her project.
Oh, she's showing off her project. Okay. Mama is currently redoing the dining room chairs in the chairs in her dining room, and that is one of the fabrics that she's using.
Yes, it is.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you.
I just want to toot my own horn a bit.
You wanted your 15 minutes of fame. I get it.
I know. And on your dime.
On my dime, yeah. It's on my channel. It's fine. It's fine. No worries. All right. So first thing I like to do when I get a cotton cuts project is I like to lay out my fabrics by letter. Now, obviously, I am missing a letter B in my thing, but you can see the rest of them here. We're actually going to use all of our fabrics today for these 2 pieces that we're making, which is really kind of exciting. So this is actually all of the fabrics that we have for my project. My colorway is called Tranquil. Mom is doing Moonlit. So hers are grays
How
and
do you
whites.
remember that?
I have it written
I
down.
don't remember the name of mine. How do you remember it?
I have it written down on a post-it note.
Oh, kind of like keep your post-its.
You guys know I don't have any memory. I write everything down on post-it notes that you just can't see on the camera.
You're too young to have post-it notes.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So for this first piece, this first step that we're going to be doing, we're going to need our fabric F and our fabric B. We're going to be making 2 flying geese. This is a flying geese. We're going to be making 2 of them. So I need my F fabric, a square F fabric. So I need 2 of those, and I've got these 2 here. And then I need 4 small triangle B's, which is this fabric here. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to be putting these together. Let me just kind of slide these up like this so you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't even want to know anymore. I've given up.
I am a frito bandito.
Oh, Lord. I don't even want to know anymore. So, I was wrong. This is not a flying geese. Flying geese would be 3 triangles. We're actually going to be using a square and 2 triangles. Please, friends, help me. And I will take a drink in a second. But friends, help me. What is the name of this block, if you will? It's a square and 2 triangles. We're going to be attaching the 2 short sides of the triangle to the side of the squares. Just like that to make a large triangle. Can you guys see it on the camera? Here, let me
Keep paying attention to my guess. Layer cake.
No, it's not a layer cake, Mom. I know that. There we go. I'm going to be attaching it like that. These fabrics are actually kind of hard to see.
Because I don't like the way ours looks.
But you've got a square here. And then you've got your triangle. You're going to take your short side of your triangle, not the long side, the short side. You're going to attach it to one end. Just like that. And then you're going to take your other triangle and a short side, the opposite short side of the one you did before. And you're going to attach it to the other side. So now you have a large triangle.
Say that again.
Let me move this up a little bit more.
Do we have them wrong? Are they supposed to be like this? Are they short sides or long sides?
So you have your square.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this one more time. I've got the color, let me see if I can grab a different mat because that's part of the problem. Is the mat is the same color as the fabric, and so it's making it hard for you guys to see it. So we're going to switch to a different, I'm going to switch to a different background so you guys can see it a little bit better because I think that's part of the problem.
Fabric?
Hold please. No, not different fabric, just a different background.
That's wrong. This looks closer to what that's supposed to be.
So you need your fabric F and your fabric B. So check your color wheels to make sure that you've got the right colors, the right fabrics there.
Fabric F is that funky looking thing, yeah. And fabric B is the pretty flowery thing. You sure that's not this one?
Okay, so we're going to be taking
that one.
the square fabric F.
Okay.
For clue 6, square fabric F. You with me so far?
Yeah.
A small triangle B.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys locked up.
What is this fabric?
Zoom locked up. Hang
This
on.
is this. And
No.
this is this.
This is this? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you got it right.
You know, the small triangles have got the cuts
The
instead of
flat cuts instead of a triangle on the ends.
Hang on, you guys are all locked up.
Oh. We are frozen in time.
I see that.
Let's hope it's a good view.
This is like major technical issue here. Hang on.
You're not frozen on our end. She's not frozen. Is
She's
she?
not frozen.
No,
but
your video is frozen though.
What you want me to do?
Hi Gladys, welcome back to the channel and thanks so much for joining me. I was kind of hoping it would just like refresh itself, but it's not refreshing.
Might I do something on my end?
You might have to go out and come back in.
Go out of what? The room?
Let me try something, Mom. Hang on. Ooh. Hang on.
Hi.
Are you back? There we go. You're back. Okay. That worked.
We're not
Yay.
up on top yet.
I was able
Oh,
to fix
there
it.
we are. Huh?
I was able to fix it all on my own. Yay.
Thank you. I'm so happy for you. And me.
Hi Gladys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us today. Sorry, we are back and we were having all kinds of technical issues. So first we didn't have any audio, then we had issues with video. Now we're trying to figure out this block. We're getting there. Okay.
Where do your small triangles, are they pointed on both ends? Because ours are not. We have two squared ends.
No, ours are not. Mine is not either. No.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you why. So,
That was a good question, Mom.
you want your 5 minutes of fame? That was a great question, Mom. It's so funny sometimes. So this is your small triangle B. It does have clipped corners. They're called clipped corners. Okay. And the reason that they have clipped corners is because when we attach them to the square, we will end up not having any dog ears. And I know I've just used a lot of weird terminology with you, but I promise you it will make sense in just a minute. So, small triangle B.
I have lots of different shaped dog ears.
I know, but not these kind. Small triangle
A new
B,
one?
small side. We're going to use the left side of this small triangle.
Depends on which way you're holding it. So left side of what?
Of the
Okay.
small triangle.
Left side.
My camera
This
is
side?
on an angle, so it's like this. Yes. So we're going to attach that left side to the right side of the square.
Right sides together.
Correct.
By the way, did you tell your people you found your fabric at a fabric store we were at?
I did
Remember?
not. It's a popular fabric line right now, but I did not tell them that I noticed it. But Cheryl, are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to take the second triangle. Okay?
Huh?
So far?
Uh-huh.
We
Okay.
didn't sew nothing yet.
I know, but I'm showing you how it's laid out. Second triangle.
Oh.
Instead of using the left side that we just attached, we're going to use the right side of that triangle. And we're going to turn it and attach it to the bottom of the square.
Got it. Okay.
And that's going to make a larger triangle. Now those two clipped corners that I was talking about earlier are going to meet in the middle. And because they're clipped like that, they're not going to overlap, giving us what we call dog ears. We don't have to clip them because it's already been clipped for us. If you're using regular fabric, you would have normally just cut a full triangle, and then those two pieces would overlap at the top, and you'd have to cut them off.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Sure enough. Sure.
All right, let's go ahead and get them up together. We're going to sew one side at a time. I'm going to start with the right side. I'm going to sew that of the square. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to sew both of them. I'm going to iron them up, and then I'm going to sew up the bottom. So that's how I'm going to do it.
My sewing machine will work.
Now remember, if you're having a hard time remembering which way to put things, which way to orient things, just use a pin. It's super easy to do. Just take a pin from your stash here. I've got my pin thing here. Now I'm going to lay out my square and my triangle. I'm going to put right sides together and put the pin where you want to sew. So I'm going to put the pin on this side so that when I get it over to the machine, I know that that's the side I need to sew on.
Wait, the
This
camera
one
makes
as well.
her hands look orange. Oh,
Yeah,
this
it does. It's this terrible lighting in here.
I mean, your hands were like funky
I
orange.
know. Yeah, the camera makes it look really weird. So this one is actually on here wrong, so I'm glad I did this way. Sylvia. I think I said hello to you already, but if I didn't, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so grateful you're here. I'm so grateful to be back. I've missed all of you so much. There. So we're going to go ahead and sew these up. Yay, we get to do some sewing. I'm so excited.
We're having some sewing machine technical difficulties.
Of course, because that is the theme for today. Apparently, it is not about friends. It is about technical difficulties. But you know, that's what happens when you go on a 3-week hiatus. Nothing wants to work. All right. Oh, you hear that, everybody? That's my machine. Doesn't she sound beautiful? Linda, thank you very much for that. Has anyone else's anxiety level just went like this as soon as the machine starts up? I've missed it so much.
Anxiety, no. I just got rid of my anxiety, so let's not add more.
So Mom, and Cheryl went and saw the new movie Twisters 2, the second one. Really, really good movie. Really good. We won't give away any spoilers, but it was a very good movie.
It just ratcheted up my anxiety.
That it did. We're going to be pressing these towards the outside or towards our B fabric. So if you have got your piece here, the square is going to be down and your triangle is going to be on the top, and you're going to push it towards the outside. Just like that. Just like that. My iron was warm a second ago, but now it seems to be cold again. So I'm going to go ahead and warm that up. Mom, are you back to doing something there? Or
Yeah.
did you do your
See,
thread?
I had
Did you use your new threader?
I did when I was sewing my chair fabric.
Awesome.
And then
Mom
I
bought a
decided
new
that-
needle threader. Agnes, hello. My goodness, it's been so long. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Sylvia, you are so kind. Thank you so much for that. She says, you're amazing to help teach online and not in person. Oh, well, thank you, Sylvia. That is very, very kind of you. It's
Steve,
very kind of you to say. Yes, ma'am.
if I recall correctly, one of the young ladies that is on your channel had a husband having surgery.
I believe that was Nancy. Nancy, if that was you, please let us know. I think that she had given us an update on the Sunday stream after the last one, Mom, and she had said that things were going really well. But if she wants to give us another update, we of course would love to know how things are going.
Where I put the clip.
Okay.
I'm kind of amazed that you remembered that, to be honest.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm old. I'm not that ancient. And I didn't put that on a post-it either.
I didn't put that on a post-it, she says. Oh my gosh. Isabel, hello. She says, Cheryl, we have landed.
Oh, excellent.
Yay! I'm so glad you guys made it.
Welcome home, Isabel.
Awesome. And welcome back to the channel, Isabel. Thanks so much for joining us, even if it's just for a minute.
Wow, that was fast.
Well, that was a long day of travel.
All right. So there's the first
Did they have a
one.
label or something? No.
So we had that one going towards the right. And now we're going to add our second piece here to the bottom. Again, short side.
It was just a minute ago that Tony said they were at the airport. You know.
Yeah,
Oh, son of a monkey's uncle.
Your monkey's uncle?
I was paying so much attention to you guys, making sure you guys were doing it correctly, that I did it wrong. Rats!
Oh. Do we need the divorce lawyer?
We need the divorce lawyer, yes. Rats.
Oh, well.
Wait, no.
That's a nephew. right, let me iron these back up flat so that we can get the divorce lawyer out.
Thank you
Nancy
for
says,
helping
oh,
us.
Nancy says, oh, he's still doing good, still dealing with swelling, but doctor removed all the staples and the stitches. That is awesome to hear, Nancy.
Excellent.
That
Good
is
to
really
hear.
Great, great, great. So I gotta pull this apart. Rats.
Oh.
All right, divorce lawyer. All right, slide those through. I was so worried about Mom and Cheryl making sure that they had their pieces correctly that I sewed up mine wrong. So we're gonna pull them back apart.
No, I need your social security.
All right.
No.
And she said, I don't think so. Why?
All right.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
Come on.
Isabel loves the props.
My divorce lawyer is being stubborn. I think I might actually need to upgrade him to a new one. I think I use it too much. I think it's dull. I'll try and sharpen it with some tinfoil first and see if that works. And if that doesn't work, I've got extras. All right, let me get these ironed up real quick. Sylvia said she missed what pattern we're making. Sylvia, we are working on our Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. We are working on clue 6 of our Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. If that is something that you are interested in, it is too late to sign up for the Tree of Life one, which is the one we're doing right now. But the Wild Wild West one, sign-ups are still going on for that one. The first clue will ship on July 26th. Lucas and I are going to be doing that one together. All right, let me make sure that I did this right. So I did have this pinned up correctly the first time. So if you guys were paying attention, the first time I pinned it up correctly. And then I somehow switched it around on accident on myself. So we're going to sew these up real quick.
Yeah.
I'm out of practice. That was what I was thinking about earlier. We're out of practice.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm hoping he did.
They can put up a.
Because right now,
All right.
my guess is that he can't get through.
Okay, we've got to push these out real quick. And then I'll show you guys again what we're going to be doing. That's just one of my puppies knocking on the door, I think.
Yeah.
Let her know. I don't know. Okay.
Sylvia says she starts a block of the month in October. Which block of the month, Sylvia? Is it a fat quarter shop or anything we might know, or something with your local guild, or? All right, so now I've got those two correctly. So now we're going to add the bottom one. Now again, we're going to be using that small, short side, and we're going to be attaching it to the bottom. Just like that.
F and D together, and then we're going to sew all of them together.
All right. I'm sure, Mom and Cheryl, are you guys already done with your piece there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm almost done here. Give me just a second.
Like that?
So,
Sylvia, did you say you're working on a voodoo doll? Is that what I was reading there?
and then this would be D.
That does sound like an interesting project.
Not a square. No,
It's
that's not
supposed
right.
to be. It's supposed to be this. 1F,
All right.
1B.
Fat quarter shop, dragon fruit. Oh, okay. We're gonna push this one out as well. So let me show you guys this one. So again, we've got that square down, and we're gonna be pushing the triangle out. So just like this, just like that. Let me go ahead and press these up real quick. Now remember earlier I was talking about dog ears. Not the floppy puppy ones, not the cute floppy puppy ones, but fabric dog ears. Let me show you what I meant by that. Now again, Cottoncuts has cut all of the pieces for us, and one of the things that they do in addition to cutting these beautiful triangles is they also clip the corners for us so that we don't have to trim anything. The idea is that we shouldn't have to be doing any cutting or trimming of any kind. Sometimes there's a little bit that has to happen, but it's usually due to our sewing and not something that they've cut. But normally when you would sew up a block like this, you would have these two triangles that would meet up together, and there'd be extra pieces of fabric up here on the top here. We call those dog ears because they would like they sit like this and like kind of look like dog ears. And normally you would clip those off so that you have a nice straight edge. But because Cottoncuts already clipped those corners for us, we have a nice straight edge and we don't need to worry about it. So that's the dog ears that I was referring to earlier. Okay, step number 2 says we're going to be working with some of our F fabric and some of our D fabrics. Now, I have managed to mash all mine up together here for a second, so I'm going to have to pull them back apart. But we're looking for an F triangle and a D triangle. So let's see if we can find those. Here's my D triangle. And this is my F triangle. All right.
So,
Wow, her hands are really orange.
right?
It's terrible lighting. Is that better? Is that any better? Oh, that's a little bit better. That's better lighting.
It doesn't filter for a minute. That's better.
Yeah,
That's better.
Whatever you're doing there is much better.
yeah, it's a little bit better.
Like self tanner went bad.
Too funny. I promise I am not that orange. I'm not an Oompa Loompa. All right, so we've got our F and our D.
Where else?
We've got our F and our D fabrics here, and we're just going to be sewing the long edges together to make a square. So we're just going to take our F fabric, lay it on top of our D fabric like this, line up our edges, right sides together. And again, the corners are clipped again, so we won't have any dog ears left. That's one of my doggies that's pushing on the door. Let me see if she'll come in and sit in here and stop pushing on the door. Hang on, just a second.
I have to admit, when we went to the quilting stores, because as much as fun as I'm having with the quilting, I am not a quilter, I'm not a sewer.
I'm being joined by some fur babies. My apologies. So you can come sit here with mommy.
Hi. Yes, hello. Yes, hello.
We got the
Now
turtles
lay down,
coming in.
ready? Lay down.
I'll just continue talking. Going into the fabric stores, my craft brain went into overdrive because I as much as I enjoy doing this, I am not a sewer. So when I saw the panel, I knew I could craft something out of it, and I was on overdrive of crafting where Dani was very much into, I can make this quilt, I could do this fabric matches with this, I could do this, and I'm like, I completely shut that off, and I was in, what can I craft?
There you go.
And because
I was just
love
really
Halloween-
excited that you found something, Cheryl, to be honest.
Well, you know, the love of Halloween, I become a little crazy, so, yeah.
Yes, she's even decorated her laundry room in Halloween.
Well,
Yep.
and that's a permanent decoration, right? That's not even a temporary. That's a permanent decoration in
The
her.
whole bit, yeah. I have Halloween wallpaper.
You have to understand, Cheryl's laundry room is probably 12 by 12, and when you walk in her back door, that's what you walk into.
That's what you walk into. Yep. Somebody asked what size piano. Is that to me? Dee, do you know what size panel? Well, Brett 46.
It's a 1 yard panel.
1 yard panel.
Yeah, full. I call it a full size panel. I don't know what the actual term of it is, but it's a full size panel.
So I will be stretching it and framing it, and I'll probably get some really.
Basically, it's almost the same size as that panel there. That panel there has additional blocks added to the bottom of it. It's hard to see them, but it's basically the same size.
Okay. Yeah, it's still in its bag because I haven't found. I'm going to be on the hunt for a pretty gothic looking picture frame that I will paint and.
Goodwill.
Yeah, I'll probably be hunting Goodwill.
Nancy wants to know if Hancock's was overwhelming for me, and the answer, Nancy, is yes, 100%. It is amazing. It is an absolute amazing store. And Cheryl didn't go because again, quilting is not really her thing, so she didn't go. It was just for Mom and I, but I was overwhelmed. I was 100% overwhelmed. I didn't actually buy anything there, which I was kind of a little disappointed by myself, but it was just because there was just so much going on. So it was so much.
It was very intimidating.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, absolutely amazing store. And I will go back someday, but for right now, I was just so intimidated by the whole thing. I could have spent all day there, and we really only had an hour to spend. So,
Well, we were at a time limit.
We gave her an hour because we had 6 21-year-olds that were like, oh my god, a fabric store. So yeah, we compromised and
Wrigley,
have an hour.
don't even think about it.
What's she doing?
Okay, so we've put new flooring in our house, and Wrigley has decided that she needs to mark all of the new flooring. I'll just put it that way. And she was just trying to mark it again, but I caught her. I'm gonna kick you out. You better behave.
So, since this was the second year we have seen the Elvis show, I've become more and more and more and more addicted to Elvis. More and more. I don't know how much more. I have a tattoo of him. And my kitchen is decorated as Elvis Presley. But I can't stop watching his movies now. 4th of July, I watched G.I. Blues. What a sweet movie.
Yeah.
I've seen that one before. It is a good movie.
I am just.
I have not seen King Creole. That's one of the ones that they sang a lot of songs from that movie when we were on our trip, and I have not seen that movie. So I need to make some time to see that one.
My goal till the end of the year, my goal is to watch all 32 of his movies. So I'm like 4 in right now.
4 in, she says. You got a bit of time.
But I'm like totally obsessed after 6 concerts of
Movies.
Well, we watched
Music.
Yeah, we watched 6 concerts of tribute artists.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all very good. And
They were all very, very good, yes.
There were a couple that were not our favorites.
They were not our favorite, but they weren't bad.
But they were just, you could tell there was a huge gap.
Mm-hmm.
And the organizers, the program organizers did such a beautiful ending to this year's.
Very, very touching. Yes, very touching ending to this one.
I think the whole audience was in tears.
Mm-hmm. I saw you, Linda.
So if anybody is ever if you're an Elvis fan and you get to see any of these
What
Elvis
the fuck did I do with this?
tribute
How do you
artists,
call that?
I highly
That
recommend.
doesn't match at all.
makes
Yes. All right.
I highly recommend if you get the opportunity to see one of these talented tribute artists.
Does that one match better?
Oh my gosh, you guys, what is wrong with me? I keep sewing things up wrong. I'm looking at this again going, no, that's not how you're needed to sew this one up. My God.
I'm trying to fill in gaps here.
I was gonna say, I hope you guys are following the directions and not following me, because for these triangles, you're not supposed to sew the long edges together. You're supposed to sew the short edges together to make yourself a larger triangle, and instead, I made myself a square. I am completely out of practice.
Are you talking about the D and the F?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, we're past that.
We're bypassed that.
My gosh, you guys are farther along than I am then. So I gotta pull this one apart now too. Ouch, that one's hot. I'm gonna burn my fingers. Seriously, I am like way out of practice on this stuff.
It gives it the character it needs to know that it wasn't run in some chop and china.
Okay.
I think it's awesome.
Well, let's wait until we get there and see it all together. You may not like it once it's all together.
The imperfections are what make it perfect.
Knock down the whole circus over there.
Hula baby rock.
Oh Lord. I am having a hard time with this stuff today. There's another dog barking.
Too excited.
Oh boy. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but I have a dog that's currently howling.
What is she doing?
Brat 46, we went to Nashville. We did not see the Ranch Hands Boylesque. I'm kind of wishing we had.
The what?
I saw it on Instagram after we had already come back, and I was like, "Oh, dang, that would have been fun." But we did have our teenagers with us. Well, I guess they're not teenagers anymore. They're all adults now. They're all over 21. We did have them with us, so that probably was not something that they would have felt comfortable doing with us. But we totally could have done that as a mom night out.
They're not comfortable doing a lot with us because we embarrass them.
Yeah, we do. But you know what? It's entertaining for us to do it.
Well, and they have a lifetime of memories.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Oh my goodness,
So-
I don't know why she's barking, but she is. Mr. Wizard is currently at a club meeting tonight. He actually was out of town. He just came back today. Look at this,
Oh,
guys. Did you see what I just did, Mom? Did you see? Did
No.
you see what I just did? I just picked up a piece of thread and went like this. Watch me. Watch me.
Oh,
Because I don't have carpeting floors anymore, so I can do things like this.
Just remember when you have socks, it'll stick to the socks.
Yeah, Cheryl cleaned up Mom's whole floor with one day.
I think that yours too one night.
Yes, one night, yeah.
Because it stuck to my socks
All right,
and I went
let's try this again. So F fabric this way. D fabric this. No.
There was so much thread.
is that Ivy?
Yes, D fabric. Yeah, she's barking up a storm. I don't know why. I think because she's by herself, because the other two are in here with me.
Is Tony home or no?
No, her and Lucas left. That's why Lucas had to go. He said that Tony was yelling at her. Him. Sorry, Tony was yelling at him. Alright, D. Let's try this again. So F is here. This. Ivy, enough! Sorry. Didn't mean to yell at you guys.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to go get her and bring her in here in a minute if she doesn't knock it off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get her, I think.
Something's scaring the fur baby.
Ivy is the baby. She is the baby of the household. She's 3 years old, but she's the baby. And she actually was a COVID puppy, unintentionally a COVID puppy. So she has separation issues. Sylvia says she needs to go make some salads. She'll be right back. Sylvia, make one for us. We're kind of hungry. Oh,
I had no idea Ivy was younger than Grace.
They're the same age.
No, Gracie's gonna be 4 in October, honey.
Well, Ivy will be 4. Ivy will be 4 in November, I think.
Okay.
Because you got Grace in January and we got Ivy in February. Nancy said my mom loved embarrassing me. Then I figured out how much fun she was and I joined in.
That's awesome. Because it's
so
a lifetime
true.
memories. And
So
my
true.
son has always been the one boy amongst all of us girls. So
Cheryl,
he
you
was kind
keep
of
chatting. I gotta go get Ivy. I'll be right back.
he was in his glory to be able to travel with 2 other males this trip.
Yes, he was.
But my son is awesome at traveling with
All the girls.
all the girls. And he is so much fun.
And they're all very close. They're like brothers and sisters now.
And there's moments where they do stuff. Now, my son was down in Phoenix last week, and he was worried about us in the storm, and him and Tony were communicating because he was worried about everybody out here from the storm. So I got all teary-eyed and realized, you know, they're siblings. They're talking to each other, and
Oh, yeah.
Are you coming or what?
so it was awesome to know that my kid is
Sorry
getting
about that,
something.
friends. Like I said, Mr. Oh, now she wants to come in. It's worse than Angel. You guys remember Angel? It's worse than her. It's really bad. Come on. All 3 of you.
Why don't you just crack the door open and let them come and go, Dee? Nobody else is home.
That's true, and I keep forgetting that, like, you can't see the bathroom from this door anymore. Like, that's why I kept the door closed at the other room. Because it was, like, wide open to the bathroom, whereas you have to walk I'm at the end of the hall, so even if people are walking back and forth down the hallway, you can't see anything, so fine.
Correct.
There.
Just crack it open and let them come and go.
Oh, making me crazy. Okay, so we are on to step 3. Something that's not supposed to take us nearly as long as it is, but it is. Hopefully I won't make any more mistakes. We'll have to wait
You're
and
on step 5.
see. Well, what the hell?
Sorry.
That's all right. So we're going to go ahead and attach the 2 pieces that we just made together. We're going to take the matching seams here. Like that.
Just following the map.
Yeah, see, she does maps well, so she follows all these directions. I don't do maps ever.
No, you don't.
Well, I'm
Never.
glad that you're following along.
That's why I don't crochet. I can't follow or knit. I can't follow a pattern.
No. Well, I can't. I become. My hands become mittens, and I can't hold it.
All right.
My grandma was so angry. She tried to teach me to knit and crochet for so many years, and she kept snapping my knuckles. Bend those fingers, move those fingers, and I'm like, no.
My grandma taught me how to crochet, and I do know how to do it. It's just not my favorite.
I can crochet.
And I can do basic crocheting. I can't do all this fancy stuff that you have nowadays, all these weird stuffed animals and all kinds of crap. I can't do any of that. I can make
a washcloth.
I can make you a scarf, okay? An Afghan, a scarf, a washcloth. I can make those things.
I don't know, somebody's hair drying out back. I don't know.
All right. There we go. Finally, got those two pieces up together. We're going to iron them up. We're going to iron them towards those triangles.
My stepmom does a lot of crocheting. Or no, she knits. Her and my sister both knit.
Yeah, my aunt does a lot of knitting. Mom's sister of my aunt does a lot of knitting.
Yep. And she makes some amazing stuff.
She does. She does a fantastic job with it, and I so look forward to the washcloths that she gives us every year. And I know that sounds so silly.
Dishcloths. They're
The
not
dishcloths.
washcloths.
Well, I'm sorry, the dishcloths. Yeah, I know, and I know how silly that sounds, but they are fantastic.
They are. They're
They're so much better than anything you can buy
store.
out in the store. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm with you there.
All right. Let me get this other one ironed up, and then we are on to step 4.
We're gonna have a freaking quilt done. I don't know what's
They're gonna
going
have
on.
their pieces. They went ahead of me. They didn't want to wait for me anymore. They ended up going ahead of me.
Well, I don't know what's going on with you.
Well, you know what it is. I apparently have learned. I've forgotten how to sew. Apparently.
No, what is
3 weeks off the channel, and I have forgotten how to do just about everything, apparently. All right, so now we need 4 of our fabric E's and 4 of our fabric C's.
Down here.
Which
Okay,
is
yeah,
this one
look
here.
right here.
We'll pause.
We'll pause.
This
We'll
one
wait.
here.
We'll pause while you dilly-dally there.
While you catch up.
Oh, thanks. You're so kind.
Now your fabrics have a little orange hue.
Yeah, it's this particular camera.
It's not because the green is behind you?
No, the green is not behind me anymore. The green is in front of me, but it's
That's
this
what I
camera.
meant.
See, it's
That's
this
what I
camera.
meant. It's behind that camera.
Yeah, it's this camera. Hi, Dawn. Welcome back. I know you said you'd stepped away for a little bit. Welcome back. All right, we got to sew all these up together, so let's go ahead and get that done real quick. The ladies have gone ahead of me, which is fine. That just means that they are comfortable with the instructions. And remember, these 2 ladies have never done a cotton cuts project before, so this is all still pretty new to them, although they are on clue 6 now, so they pretty much have got the gist of it now.
What the hell? Sorry.
What, we got another.
I got a
Go.
spotted thing.
It's cookies and cream.
No, I didn't know those were in there.
They're just going to sit there and eat chocolate. Thanks for that, banana. Sit there and eat cookies and cream while I'm sitting here sewing up pieces.
You're the one that didn't want us at your house. You wanted us at my house, so.
Well, I wanted you at your house because I didn't have enough room for you. Now I got plenty of room for you. I got more room than I know what to do with right now.
Oh.
Yes, Dawn, exactly. In the Aloha zone over there, yeah. That is exactly right, 100%. They are in the Aloha zone.
Hula baby.
Now is a good time to remind everyone that if you are watching this channel right now after the live stream, you can still give back to the channel if you're interested in doing so. There's a button down at the bottom that is a super thanks. It is a $sign inside of a heart. You can absolutely click that and give back to the channel if you are so inclined. You do not have to. It is definitely not a requirement, but appreciated nonetheless. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button. It likes to be tickled. So make sure you tickle that like button. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're actually at, this number here is a little low. This number here is a little low. It says 612. It's actually 615 right now. I didn't change it this morning. I meant to.
When Amazon gets their shit together.
My watch has died.
I'm so sorry.
No, it needs to be charged. It says 7:42. What are you talking about? 6.
Dawn, I think they're lacking. I really do believe that they should have shown up like that. I 100% agree with you. I think that would have been way more entertaining.
What? What did Dawn say?
Grass skirts and coconut bras. Oh Lord, there isn't coconuts that's going to take care of all this. That's why we have pearls
Yeah.
and lace.
We have pearly lace.
And awesome t-shirts that say, "In my defense, I was unsupervised."
Yes.
Yes.
See, this is what happens.
100% true.
Last year was, what did I, 2 years ago, I bought a unsupervised, I bought a 5-foot giraffe for my living room.
Yes.
5-foot giraffe for your living room.
Unsupervised, he's still in my living room. Right now he has a top hat.
He has a top hat. That's awesome. So what we're hearing is that Cheryl makes more money than she's
unsupervised. She bought a pumpkin fire thingy.
No, I was supervised. You were with me.
I'm not a supervisor.
She is not proper supervision, as Kevin would say. As Mr. Wizard would say, that was not proper supervision.
No.
Well, yes, last year they dragged her up to Wisconsin
Mm-hmm.
to a little garden center that sold pumpkin-shaped chimeneas. So now I have this giant
She's big.
chimenea that sits on my patio, and I love him.
I bought a pumpkin.
She bought a pumpkin. I bought one of those too.
But he's ceramic. So you put him out every year.
Cheryl, Dawn wants to know if you dress up the giraffe for the seasons.
Christmas time, he has a Christmas hat and a Christmas scarf. The rest of the year, he wears a top hat and a bow tie.
Top hat and a bow tie.
And there's something wrong with me, yes, but I love giraffes.
There's definitely something wrong with you. Yeah. 100%.
But my love for giraffes is...
She doesn't have a love for giraffes. You are obsessed with giraffes.
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay, Elvis Presley.
If she could
giraffe.
own one in her backyard, she would try.
I would. There was a trend going around on social media a year or so ago where somebody was AIing large animals to pet size. And there was a pet size giraffe. And I kept running out to my husband. I'm like, can I have it? Can I have it? And my husband has absolutely zero patience for me. So he just go away. Go.
Nancy, you are 100% correct, but we love her anyway. That is 100% correct.
Thank you.
All right, we are on to step 5 now, ladies and gentlemen, where we are going to be attaching a square B fabric to the bottom of our E and C fabric assemblies, but we're only going to be using 2 of those. So the other 2 we're going to be setting aside. So I'm going to set those aside. You can see those here on camera, and I'm going to grab 2 of these B's. I'm going to go ahead and grab those.
You're here.
All right. We're going to be attaching those to the C fabric. So I need to make sure that I've got everything oriented the way I need it to be. Got my C there and my E there. So just so that I don't get myself 100% confused like I have so far, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that pin trick. I'm going to pin my fabric, and this time I'm going to double check and make sure that I pin it correctly, because I'm hopefully learning from my lessons.
You'll be learning from your lessons.
I am learning from my lessons, hopefully. Take that pin, put it on the side that you're going to be sewing on. Triple check to make sure.
Oh my God, we still have another page to go. That's why I keep telling you. No, you printed
All
it
right.
twice.
Let's go ahead and get started with that sewing.
Printer had problems. I tried to print it.
My quilt projects. Was that?
Dawn, no problem. We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for stopping in. We will be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Central Time, so hopefully you can meet up with us again then. But otherwise, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you and bye.
All right.
I don't suppose you two want to talk about all the gas I get.
No, we prefer not to. We lived that horror.
Snookies, what you do? Leave a pucker?
No, I did a bad job.
All right, we're going to be pressing this towards that E and C, so the B fabric is going to be down.
My hard work
We're going to roll it up like this. All right, I'm going to hit it with that hot iron. Go.
Oh, at some point in time, I'd love to go back to that estate store and see what else we can
wrangle up.
wrangle.
Oh, where we got the cast iron, yeah. And you got a painting there too, didn't you?
Yes. My favorite artist is Hargrove, and I can't afford his actual paintings, but I get his seriographs, and I absolutely love them. And they had one of the ones that I had been eyeing on the wall, and I was like, yep, give me that one. Thank you very much. I was thrilled.
Friends, just a reminder to stay hydrated. Tequila is your friend. All right. We are officially on to step 6, where we're going to be attaching the step 5 pieces that we had to the sub-assembly that we had put together earlier, that you can see on my camera here. This one here. We want to make sure that we're orienting this correctly. So we want that F square fabric to be in your upper left corner. And we're going to be attaching our pieces that we just put together. We're going to make sure that we're attaching those double triangles to the sides of this. So I'm going to go ahead and lay those out together like this.
Have you ever done this before? Then I think we're doing pretty freaking good.
And I'm going to go ahead and pin this so that we make sure to sew it up correctly.
Damn seeds.
You're going to want to make sure that your seams nest up. So I've shown you this before, but make sure you're paying attention here. You can see that I have 2 seams here. I've got this one here and this one here. We want to make sure that we nest those. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with them separated. See how they're separated? And we're going to slide them together until they butt up next to each other. And so then that way it's nice and smooth all the way through. You don't feel any bumps or ridges. They're like children. I swear. They're like children. We're going to nest them up together. And then I'm going to use a pin. And I'm going to actually put a pin right through that seam so that everything stays together the way it's supposed to.
Oh,
and then the edges should match up, which they do really well.
She said bud. She did say bud.
And we're going to go ahead and sew those up together. We need to make 2 assemblies, so I'm going to put both of those together.
But guess what comes out of butt?
They are like 5-year-old. They're like 8-year-old little boys. I swear to God. Some days.
She said, but.
We're still laughing about that, huh? Can't let that one go.
You can share her the first night when you scared the ever loving shit out of me. In the hotel room.
What did we do? I don't remember what happened. You'll have to remember.
Well, you were asleep. No, you were awake.
Why does this one have to sing and that one didn't?
Oh, I burped. We were all really like gassy that first day. It was like, I think it was just something that we ate or something. I'm not really sure.
But we went for Mexican for lunch.
That's what it was. We were all just really gassy.
Time or was it bedtime?
It was bedtime.
So we were all just really gassy. Cheryl had fallen asleep on her bed, and Mom and I had shared the other bed. And Mom was, sawing logs on her side of the bed already. And so I was just sitting up in the little office chair that they give you in the hotel rooms. I was sitting there and I was just watching television. And of course I had a little bubble, you know, a little burp. Nothing really loud and major, like, you know, like good job kind of thing. It was just like a little one, you know. And apparently it scared the bejesus out of Cheryl because she shot up straight in bed and just like looked at me with like this death stare, like I was choking to death or something. And I'm just like, excuse me? And she said, "Oh, you're fine," and then rolled over and went back to bed. But it was like there was like this creepy thing, like she just shot up out of bed, like staring at me. I mean, it's just like, what just happened?
It was hysterical.
And they couldn't stop me from laughing, and every time I laughed, I tooted.
Yeah, it was a gassy evening. Yeah.
You start to trip up at a Mexican restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I would toot. They would make me laugh. I'd toot. They'd laugh and make me laugh some more, and I'd have to toot some more. It was quite the tooting weekend.
And it was so freaking hot down there.
Oh, it was awful hot. Yeah.
We'd walk across the street. Literally, our hotel room is across the street from the convention center.
Yep.
Walk across the street, and we were dripping wet.
What just happened? Uh-oh.
But the burp night, I don't know if it was just a sound I've never been in tune to hearing when I'm sleeping, or the environment, or what. But I sat bolt upright in bed, and I think it probably scared her more than.
It was creepy to say the least. Yeah.
And then I just went back to sleep.
So for step 6, we're going to be pressing this small piece towards the larger one. So I've got it kind of upside down like this. And I'm going to be rolling the bigger one out onto the smaller one.
Where it's 7.
Yep.
Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and press those up.
That can't be right.
Dawn said, I think she might have said this already, but she said she had to scoot. She was so glad that the channel was back. I think we said goodbye to her already once. I think I just missed it. Do I want to know?
No.
Okay. And they both say it in unison, so that's when you know it's scary. No, everything's fine. Don't pay any attention to us.
We're good.
Why is this on this side?
All right. Step 6 is officially in the books.
Do I need a divorce lawyer?
Ha 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 ha. For step 7, we're going to be attaching a square A and a square B to those extra pieces that we had before. What are they up to, Dawn? Nancy wants to know what Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl are up to. I believe that they made an oops, and they now need to pull out the divorce lawyer. I think that's what they're trying to figure out over there.
So this is A, B, C, and B.
I'll wait a minute and see if they need my assistance.
Is this out?
What was that? Oh.
Yeah.
If y'all hear a
Bee
weird
needs to
noise,
go over here.
it's just my dog. She decided to fall asleep, and now she's snoring.
Wait a minute.
So. What are you guys doing over there? Have we figured it out? Do you need help?
This block needs to be up here by the other. So did we sew them on the wrong
Oh, no,
side?
Nancy. It is totally funny, 100%. They were laughing at me because I had pulled out the divorce lawyer, so now it's their turn.
Right? Is that right?
No, we got them backwards here. F, D, B, B.
What happened?
Pictures of me upside down.
F.
I don't even know what's happening, and I'm just over here giggling at the two of them. What is happening, ladies?
Nope, we figured it out. It's a little bit of dyslexia, a little bit of cocktail, and a lot of chocolate.
Hi, Mona. Welcome
okay.
back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. Oh, Lord.
I think it's okay. I mean, it's kind of backwards, but this is A.
No, this is A.
This is A. This is E. C. I'm B. Yeah,
Did you
B.
guys sew the pieces up to the
According
wrong
to this
side?
square, it's supposed to be sewed on this side of this
Well,
one.
I bet it's the other one.
What do you mean it? You bet it's the other one. It's still going to be the same.
I'm just chilling out, waiting for them to figure this out.
Yep. No, we're just going to sew away. Because I don't know what happened.
We're backwards.
What do you mean you're backwards?
Well, we're in step 8.
8? My God. What the hell? I'm not there yet. I'm still on 7.
Right.
No,
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
no, it's not. But I don't know.
If you look at 8, okay?
Yes. Yes.
See F and D.
F and D, yes.
Okay, our F and D are on the left, not on the right.
Then you sewed up step 6 wrong. To the wrong side.
We're checking that out.
Mona, thanks so much for joining us today. You're in a different room, she says. Yes, Mona, I am in a different room. That is why we had to go on a 3-week hiatus. We switched sewing rooms. We did new flooring. We did new painting. We did a bunch of things. Obviously, I have white walls right now. Well, they're actually like a very, 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 very pale gray. They're not really white, but they're... I do have a green wall. I have one green wall in the room, but unfortunately it is behind the camera right now. Eventually I will get everything kind of oriented a little bit differently so you guys will be able to see it. The whole room is not green. It is just one wall right now so that it can mess with the lighting a little bit better. But that's why I have all this extra space right now. And that's why it's a little echoey and stuff. But this is my new sewing room. I'm really excited about it. I kicked my daughter out. Moved her to the smaller bedroom, and now I'm in the
I
bigger
don't
room.
see where we screwed up.
I don't either.
What happened?
We don't see where we screwed up.
Well, you're saying
We
that
went
you're...
back to 6 and we did 6 right.
So your E and C and B... So your 2 B fabrics are up next to each other?
Yes.
B, B, C, F. Yeah.
And your A and B fabrics are correct, meaning your A fabric was next to the E and the B fabric was next to the C in step 7?
A is on the left of EC, and B is on the right of EC.
Okay. And then when you attach them up together, you attach the A to the EC.
C.
Wait, oh, I got it.
The light bulb went on.
I see this.
So we didn't do it wrong.
No.
We're holding the fabric wrong.
Well, can I move on to step 7 so I can catch up with y'all?
Right.
Okay, all right.
That was backwards.
Yes, Mona, it is a lot more room. I went from a 9x9 room to a 10x12, so I have a lot of extra space, and it's gonna be a lot more fun. So I'm just itching at being able to fill all the space with a bunch of fabric and projects. So it's really exciting.
No, this is correct. Because these two and this touch.
All right, so let's move on to step 7 while they try and figure out whatever it is that they're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So we've got these 2 extra pieces
Yeah.
here of our EC. So this top one here is my E fabric. This bottom one here is my C fabric. And we're going to be attaching an A square to the left and a B square to the right. So I'm going to do these one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and attach the A's first, and then I'll go back and I'll attach the B's. And then all we have is that one extra step left. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together while they try and figure out what they're doing. I think they've got it figured out now, but we're going to go ahead and...
It's dyslexia.
They kind of get wrapped up in the letters sometimes, and that can happen, and that's why you just take a step back, you take a look at it, you know, and you figure it out eventually.
Total dyslexia. Top, bottom, I don't know. But we figured it out.
There's that one. A, C,
I'm stressed there.
A.
I'm like, no, they're all right.
I will tell you, ladies, that I, too, am struggling a little bit because all of my fabrics are shades of green. So I do struggle a little bit, especially when we are using all of the fabrics this time, to try and figure out which fabrics go with which letters. And that's why that very first step that we did in the beginning, where you lay all your fabrics out and you actually mark them with the letters, really, really helps. And something is wrong with my machine because my cutter has just decided it wants to jam. So I'm going to need to pull this apart here for just a second. My cutter has decided it needs to jam on me for some
There
reason.
is supposedly the largest store in Illinois in Aurora.
Let's see.
Heard that. If she's working on remodeling her room, she might be able to find pieces.
I think you should mention it to
Let's see.
Danny.
Yes.
There is a supposedly, and I don't know where it is because I am totally unfamiliar with it, but a very like the largest thrift store in Aurora, largest in Illinois. And since you are working on setting up your new room,
Mm-hmm.
I know you have singular vision, one step at a time.
Yeah, I do.
But if you are looking for certain pieces or inspiration, that might be a place to peruse one afternoon.
Okay.
Because, you know, certain things can be repurposed.
And we know you don't have that vision.
But we can help you.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah,
you're the-
100% things can be repurposed into other things. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But, you know, like we were saying, like quilt rails.
A
can
ladder
help you.
works really well for that.
Yeah, but you've also got long walls, so you need more than just a ladder.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, your vision is your vision. But if we can help you at all, and I'll be more than happy to go with you to.
No, fudge. I said fudge.
More than happy to go with you to a shop to see if we can help you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
And I just love resale and.
Well, you have, like you said, you have that crafty brain. I have the sewing. I can follow a pattern. I can mix colors together. I have that type of a brain. Whereas you have this, I can take something that, you know, is not its original intention and turn it into something just absolutely amazing and beautiful and functional. You know, I know that you're like the queen of small spaces, so you know there's that as well.
Well, we have that in common with the small houses.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sew up my bee fabrics now. There is something happening with my cutting function on my machine. I'm hoping it's just temporary and not something permanent. I'm hoping that I cleared it up, but we're gonna wait and see here in just a second.
Hey, you know, they're remodeling.
Hmm?
What you doing over there, Slinky?
But of course, you know, you leave the machine unattended for 3 weeks and things happen. And she was moved around a lot, so that is one of the things that I was kind of a little bit worried about. Is she did get moved around quite a bit. She was in her case, but she did get moved around. So I'm hoping that nothing got jostled too much.
Turn that up the other way and it's upside down.
I know.
Okay.
Let's see. Fingers crossed.
But it's supposed to be this
Nope, it's stuck. It is jammed.
That way.
way.
Light bulb on that.
Light bulb. We just had the light bulb moment.
Well, I'm glad for you. It appears that my machine is malfunctioning.
Oh no.
Yes.
Is it not sewing?
It's sewing okay. It's not cutting. My cutting feature is jammed. It feels like it's jammed. I think there's a piece of thread or something that's gotten tangled in it, and now it's jammed. So I'm gonna have to pull that apart later tonight. See if I can
I
fix
even
that.
know how to use my little scissors.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be obviously using my scissors for right now. But,
See, I don't like, because first of all, it cuts it too short or too close to the needle, and I don't like to have to needle. I don't like to have to, you know, thread the
Some
needle.
people-
So I like.
Some people prefer that. I prefer using my cutter. You know, it's a preference thing. That's why machines come with them and some don't. It's a complete preference thing. But that was one of the main reasons I bought this specific machine was because it had the cutter on it. So I think it's just jammed. I think I think I can see some thread that's stuck in there that I'm going to have to take it apart in order to
You
get
can
to it,
see your cutter.
Yeah, I can see where
Myrtle,
it's
might
at.
have to need a headlamp and a magnifying glass and 6 times readers.
Well, let me rephrase that. I know where it's at. And I can see that there's thread wrapped around it. So I'm going to have to get in and clean it up. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are officially on step 8, which is the last step in this particular project, this particular block. Step 8 tells us we're going to be adding the new pieces that we just created, these A and B assemblies here. We're going to be adding that to the top of our previously created fabric. Now, Mom and Cheryl had already gotten into a little bit of trouble putting these together. But thank you so much for showing that off to us, Mom. Those are really pretty fabrics. So let's go ahead and walk through exactly how to do that so that no one else runs into that same trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and use my F and D triangle pieces, which is these here in this corner here. Those are my F and Ds to write my fabric. So I've got my square B in the bottom left, and I've got my F and D fabrics on the right. And that is how I want to orient this. And then I'm going to take my pieces, the ones that we just made. The A fabric is on the left. I'm going to be adding that to the top of this one here with my E and C on my left and my B and D on the right. I'm going to put these pieces like this. And you've got those 2 seams there. Those are going to nest up because of the way that we've pressed them. To make sure that they stay together, you can use a pin through both of those seams. Just to make sure they stay, but for the most part, as long as you kind of just hang on to them, they'll stay the way they need to. So I'm going to go ahead and run these through my machine.
See, she just zip attention that it took me.
You
Very
need me to
confused.
stop and slow down and show you something?
No, you just picked it up right away. My brain seized and I couldn't figure out where to attach it.
Alrighty.
It's really quiet.
There's one. My machine.
No. You're not talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a tendency to focus. So when I'm sewing, I don't always talk while I'm sewing. I have a tendency to focus. So it has been 3 weeks since I've hung out with all of our friends, which, by the way, I just said that, so friends.
Oh, somebody drinking.
So please tell me, what are you guys working on right now? Any fun vacations? Any Any exciting things that that have happened in the last 3 weeks? Hopefully, all positive things.
It's gonna be a long time, so that's this is as close as I get.
Like I said before, Mom and Cheryl and I went to an Elvis festival. That was a lot of fun while we were in the midst of construction. I say construction, but it was really only 2 days. The whole thing, they did all the floors in 2 days, and then the painting. Oh my God, the painting took forever. It took forever. It took like 4 days to paint 3 rooms. It was just terrible.
You're missing your dad now.
I said that exact thing to Kevin. I said, I wish my dad was here because he'd have had this done in a day.
Absolutely. A couple of hours he'd have had
My
it
dad
done.
was amazing when it came to painting a room. He could get an entire room painted in like 10 minutes. I'm like, I don't know. And it was perfect. There was no... I mean, like, obviously you guys can't see the green wall, but it's not perfect. There's green on the white and there's white on the green, and it's just, it is what it is. It's fine. But my dad could do it perfect. I mean, he was he was a wizard when it came to painting. I don't know
He
how he
always
did it.
was.
I don't know how he did it, but he did. He managed.
Yeah.
All right.
The living room is the same color as my wall.
Rat 46, I am with you. I absolutely hate painting too, but I do love the finished product. I love a freshly painted room. There's just something satisfying about a brand new paint color on the walls and freshly painted and the clean look to it.
And I'm painting the walls a light enough gray, so I'm not painting it charcoal.
My ceiling in my bathroom, in this bathroom here, has always been gray. It's never been white.
The paint color in this room, the paint color that we painted all of the rooms in, it's called Gray Glimpse, and it's basically 2 shades darker than white. It's a gray tint. It's basically like a tinted gray paint. It's not actually gray, but it's not a hyper white either. It's called Gray Glimpse. It was two shades above white, basically.
Did you paint feeling white, or did you paint the same color as your walls?
For what?
Did you paint the ceiling white, or is it the same color as the wall?
No, the ceiling is the same color as the walls, but we did paint all of the trim. So I have oak trim, a lot of oak trim in my house, but it was very old. It was very beat up and dated. And so it really needed to either be resanded and restained or painted. And so we opted for paint. And so we've painted all of our trim, the floor trim, and the door trim has all been painted white. That was painted a snowball white, I think is what it's called. So the trim is all white. The walls are, like I said, 2 shades of gray. They're like 2 shades up from white, is on the gray scale. And then you guys can't see it, but the back wall here is my green wall, and that is called Lazy Lizard.
I understand that, but this is a gray blue that's in here. But yeah, you could. There's no reason you can't make it the same color though.
My master bedroom, I painted the master bedroom, all the Gray Glimpse. 3 of the walls are Gray Glimpse, and then the focus wall, which is where our bed sits, is a blue gray. It's a really pretty blue gray. I really like it. It really kind of brings the room, really gives some nice, it gives some focus to the room. It's really nice.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially finished with step 8 of our clue 6, which means we are actually finished with this clue. Let me show you what it looks like, at least what my colorway looks like. I'm doing the Tranquil colorway. I've mentioned it once before. Oh, that was kind of a cool trick. Did you guys see me just like flip that card? That was awesome. I don't know how I managed that, but I did. Let me show you what it looks like.
Hold yours up. I got ours. Hold up.
Look at that. I'm going to put mine on the Zoom camera because that way people can see it better. Oh, I love those. I like that blue that you guys have got in there. That is really pretty. Yeah, that blue rock fabric is just so pretty. I love that. And this is mine. It's in shades of green.
It's really pretty.
There you go. There you go. Ta-da. Actually, it goes this way. Ta-da! So there you go. Clue 6, officially in the books. We only have 4 clues left. Technically, there's only 3 clues left until the final reveal, because clue 10 is usually the final reveal. Sometimes there's some borders or cornerstones or things like that, but clue 10 is usually the final reveal. So it's super exciting. We are getting there. Wild West. The first clue for Wild West ships on July 26th. We are going to be doing that one with
I just
Lucas.
want to sing a Will Smith song every time you say Wild West.
That is true. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but you're right. It is a Will Smith song.
Why did
That
they
could be
call
fun.
it Wild West? Do you know?
I don't. I do not know. I'm sure I did not. Unfortunately, I didn't, because of all this stuff going on here at home. I haven't been able to follow the live streams for Cotton Cuts. I'm sure they explained it in one of the live streams, but I did not.
So this was a lot of fun tonight.
Thank you. And Denise says those are some eclectic colors, Danny. Well, Denise, I am a bit of a bright colored kind of person. It's just kind of who I am. I think you're talking about these greens, though, but yes, they are very eclectic. She says both blocks are very pretty. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, this was a lot of fun. I am so glad to be back. Oh, you have no idea. I'm a little bummed about the cutter on my machine. I'm hoping I'll be able to fix that before tomorrow. Otherwise, I may have to switch machines. Because I don't like using this one. I don't want to use the machine if there's something wrong with it. I should have brought it in and had it serviced while we were down, and I didn't. It was a matter of, in order for me to have this machine serviced, I would have had to drive it out to my local quilt store. My local quilt store is about 45 minutes from my home, and I just didn't have that kind of time to drop it off. So, unfortunately, though, it might come down to that, because if I can't get this fixed, then I'm going to have to bring it in anyway. So, we'll have to wait and see. But yes, I am super grateful to be back. I'm so excited to be here in my new quilting room. Obviously, it's very bare bones minimum. It's a little dark and shady, and there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. We will work through all of those issues the same way that we did when we were working in our other room. I'm probably going to have to invest in some new equipment with regards to the lighting and things like that. We'll have to wait and see how things go. I will be trying to change the orientation a little bit so that you guys can see the green wall. That has kind of become the catalyst for my channel, is my green walls. And so I'm a little disappointed that you can't see it right now, but I promise you, you will be able to do that soon. I'm just so glad to be back.
Oh, we gotta put this away.
Yes, we do. We do have to put it away. So just like everything else, I usually do my quarter of Post-it notes, and I think I might...
Yeah, no.
Yes, I do. I still have some from the last time. Got a little one here from the last time.
Even with tearing apart the room, she still has a quarter of a piece of paper.
It was in the cabinet. I just, it got stuffed into the cabinet and closed.
What?
Up and...
What are you looking
A
for?
writing utensil.
Oh, one moment, please.
Grab a pen.
A writing. What do I put on this?
This one is going to be number 6 times 2.
What do you mean times 2?
I always put the number here, so like I do this number 6. Hold on.
Oh, we didn't do that.
No,
Times
we
2.
don't do that.
This is
we
what I
don't
do.
do- Can we
I do
fold it?
number 6 times
You
2, so I know how many pieces
Like
there
we
are.
do.
No, you probably should.
It's probably not necessary, but I do it anyway. And then I take that piece and I put it in the upper left corner with a safety pin. Oops. Through all the pieces if I can.
She would fail crafting class.
Who would fail crafting class?
You.
Me? Why?
Because everything is very structured.
Not in crafting, though.
For
I
you,
live
you're
a bit of a black and white life, yes.
you're very structured. Upper left corner. Here's a quarter of a piece of paper.
I like to be organized, and now we've probably lost audio again.
Can we put these in there too?
No, well, the
All
directions.
right, I was going to turn my Zoom camera off, but apparently if I do that, then I lose the audio, because I had to change the audio from the last time. So now we'll just have to leave it the way it is.
Would you? Sorry.
Put this up here for now. There we go. Put this over here. And I've got all of my clothes inside of this here Ziploc. Yes, Nancy and Denise, it's because I switched back right away because I remembered. I noticed that there was no audio, and so I switched back right away. So yeah, you can still hear everything. There's a connection issue with the Zoom call that I have got Mama Joyce and Sherlock Cheryl on, and so their audio wasn't working earlier. It's working right now. But if I change layouts, screen layouts, then you won't be able to hear it. So it's all right. We'll fix it.
One of these episodes, we're gonna have to wear all of that. Okay. I'm gonna be the craziest dog lady.
All right. Put that into my cotton cuts bin. I keep all of my cotton cut stuff in this one bin. This bin is going to start to get very big because I do have a second colorway that I've been working on off camera. I have 3 or 4 clues I need to finish up on that one. I don't even know now how many I have to do for that one. So I need to catch up on that. And then we are also going to have a new project coming out on the channel. You guys have probably already seen it if you're Cotton Cuts fans. You've already seen it, but it is Flowers of America. It is flowers of all the states of America. They're already up to the 10th state, and I haven't even started yet. So you'll start to see some videos for that here. Now that my sewing room is back up and running, you'll start to see that one here soon enough.
Okay.
And hopefully within the next month-ish, I'm hoping to get my panel framed so I will be able to get pictures and that y'all see where my craft brain went.
That would be really cool. You could even bring it in on a live stream and just turn the lights off in the room.
I could do that, yes.
See if it glows. If we can get it to glow on camera, that would be pretty cool.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I'm not sure I want to know what they're whispering about.
Oh, our little brains are
They
just
are
going,
plotting something, and I am not sure I want to know.
No.
But the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the foreseeable future. I do have to take one more weekend off coming up very, very soon. Actually, I think it might even be next weekend. I'll have to double check the calendar. Yes, actually it is. Next weekend I have to take off, so we will not have a live stream next Sunday. We will have one tomorrow, but not one next Sunday. We're having Mr. Wizard's birthday party on Saturday evening, and I am going to be recovering Sunday morning, so I'm not going to be on the live stream. But after that, we are back full time, starting in August. We're going to be adding an extra live stream to the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of really big projects coming up. It's going to be really exciting. So stay tuned. What?
We think you should be on live stream recovering.
Yeah. No. No. Not going to happen.
We could come over and drag you out of bed.
It'll be before I have to leave for the truck on Sunday, so yeah. We'll come and wrangle your ass and get you to sewing.
Oh, I don't think so. Not that weekend anyway. But yeah. So so we've got 4 clues left of this one. We're going to be starting Wild Wild West in August, because that one will ship at the end of July, so we're going to start that one in August. We have got the new project that we just started just before our hiatus. We're actually going to be picking up again on that one tomorrow. That one is Tiffany, I think it's called. It's the Jelly Roll project. And then Mom has, I mentioned this earlier. What? Jelly Roll's married to Bunny. Yeah, okay. I mentioned it once before, but we have another project that's going to be coming up here on the channel probably at the end of August, beginning of September. which is actually coincidentally, it's a project
No,
that Mom
bunnies.
purchased a kit for
She does.
when we were in Collinsville. So she's going to be working on that one
Like
with us.
bunnies.
Maybe not necessarily on camera, probably off camera, but she's going to be working on that one with us. And that one's a really easy one. That one's going to be a forgive me, a panel with charm squares. So she's going to be working on that one with us. So it'll be a lot of fun. Hers is
Oh,
Halloween.
you're talking
themed.
about me.
I
Yeah,
am
but
talking
you're
about you. Yeah.
Halloween-y.
A little bit. Yeah, so she's gonna be working on that one with us. Hers is Halloween themed. Ours is not. I think ours is either fairies or dragons. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look again. I have to actually find it. I moved everything around, so I don't really know. I think it's in that bin over there. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to find it. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us today, guys. We had a blast. I'm so glad to be back. Hopefully y'all can join us again tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, right back here. We're going to be working on Tiffany, which is a jelly roll project. Yes, I know he's married to Bunny. I know. That is always Cheryl's contribution whenever we see jelly roll. And she had the ladies in the quilt store cracking up laughing because that's all she kept saying every time I said jelly roll.
I sounded like a broken record.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you all again tomorrow morning. Take care for now.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. How my arms do.